respected sisters, all the respected teachers, a very good afternoon to one and all. I'm very glad to stand before you and special thanks to the school management who have given me this opportunity to be a resource person for the day. So I welcome you all of you for today's workshop, and today's topic is project-based learning. As you know that teachers, it is very important for these days because we all are observing these days that how the students are behaving in our classes. We almost facing the same problem that we try to give our best, but we are not able to grab the attention of the students. So simply we cannot say that they are not listening to us. As a teacher, there is a different kinds of synonyms added to us: nation builder, promoter, many things. But if we are not able to give whatever we are teaching to the students, and if they are not able to understand it, then these all synonyms are old. These are useless. So today my topic is project-based learning. This is one of the teaching methods by which we can teach the students so that they can achieve maximum. So today we are going to start our workshop with the name of Almighty. So we will proceed. As you know that if nobody is there in our adverse situation, God is always with us. So with the name of Almighty, let's start today's workshop. There is a very beautiful quote. The taste of a good teacher is not how many questions he can ask his pupils that they will answer readily, but how many questions he inspires them to ask him which he find it hard to answer. That is why we are known as facilitators. We have to motivate the student to ask questions. Our motive is not to ask them questions, but to inspire them to ask difficult questions, whatever else they don't know about. That is why we are known as teachers. So, let's go to the next slide. So, today's topic is PBL. It is also known as problem-based learning also, and as well as project-based learning also. So, let's start with what is PBL. Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students learn by actively engaging in real world and personally meaningful projects. Here the word engaging is very important. Engagement of the student is very important. It is one of the important things in teaching process. Engagement of the teacher is not that much important as compared to the engagement of the student. It is very important to engage the students in a particular topic so that they work on it. If they will not going to work, they will not going to discuss, then surely they will not able to understand anything. So it is one of the important things to engage them. So that is why this method, PBL method, is going to help them. It is going to give a proper way how we can engage the student in a particular problem, and they will themselves only going to find the solution for it. Then PBL emphasizes on learning activities that are long term. It is very important, long term. Student centered and integrated with the real world issues and practices. As in this teaching learning process these days we are observing, it is my personal experience. When there is a revision, we all teachers, especially when I used to ask the questions. Suppose I am given to learn the questions of chapter number 1. They used to read it in the same time and instantly they are able to answer it. But next day, whenever you are going to ask the same question, they are not able to answer it. What is the reason behind it? The reason, this is a rote learning. This is called a rote learning. So rote learning will never going to help any particular student to know or to remember the things for a long term. So here, PBL emphasizes on learning activities that are long term. Surely, with the help of this method, if we are going to teach the students will going to engage themselves, they are going to find a solution for it, and surely throughout of the life they will not going to forget whatever they have worked in a particular topic. Here, it is a student-centered and integrated with the real-world issues and practices. So it is a student-centered method. It is very important. As per the knowledge level, as per the mind level, we have to work. We have to adjust ourselves according to the students. So that is why it is known as student-centered method. It is very important to tell the student to think freely, so that they can answer any of the questions by themselves. Whether it is a wrong or right is a different matter, but at least they should answer it. Okay. And then third number, it focuses is more on the learner asking questions and making changes to products and ideas based on individual and response to the questions. So as I have already told you, engagement is very important. Here our motive is to motivate the students to ask questions, difficult questions. Then only they can engage themselves in a particular topic. So this is all about PBL. It is a very important thing. It is very correct that we cannot use this method regularly, but at least in a week we can use it, so that slowly we can accustom with this particular method, and surely what happens, you see, it will become very easy for us. Okay, so please next slide. So as you know, there is an objective behind. So here, goals of project-based learning. First, construct an extensive and flexible knowledge. Here, the teaching method, that the traditional teaching method that we are using in our classes, it is not an extensive, it is not a flexible. So here, the goal of project-based method is to construct an extensive and flexible knowledge base. We have to give them comprehensive learning so that they can understand whatever we are giving to them. It should be flexible. There should be no any single method. Take an example of junior classes, where teachers used to teach them how to add addition of two numbers. So they used to teach them in a traditional method like this is 1, this is 2, 1 plus 1 it is a 2. So this should not be the method. It should be flexible. There should be a different types of process by which they can understand that how to add up particular digits. Okay, so that is why it is a flexible knowledge base. Foster increase retention of the knowledge. Develop effective problem solving skill. Yes, this is very important. Effective problem solving skill. It is very important these days that if student having this skill, surely there is a, in future there will be no problem. If they are having this problem solving skills, it is very important. Develop self-direction, lifelong learning skill, as I have already discussed about it. This is a lifelong process. The students will not going to forget any of the things whatever they used to learn in the classes if they are going to engage themselves in this PBM method. Then, strengthen student intrinsic motivation to learn. Yes, it is also motivate. It is an internal motivation for the student how to motivate them to learn the things. And they will not going to forget this throughout their life. So these are the various objective of project-based learning, but I have included the most important things. Okay, so these are the goals of project-based learning. So let's go to the next slide. Characteristic of PBL. Here we come to know about the characteristics. In this, the student work in small groups to increase knowledge by identifying learning objectives, engaging in self-directed work and participating in discussion. Small group discussion. As you know that these days the students are facing the problem of language also. So this is one of the methods by which we can improve their language also. What happens is, teachers have to be a facilitator and they have to guide them to arrange it. They have to guide them, they have to divide the groups among the students and give them a problem to them so that they can discuss on that particular problem and can find a solution for it. So surely they will going to discuss with each other, and by this way what happens, they will going to be participating, they will going to engage themselves and self-directed works, and they will going to solve the problem by their own way. Teachers will not going to help them. Yes, teachers of course will going to help by division of the groups and all this, but teachers will only going to not going to instruct how to solve it. The students themselves going to work and they will going to find a solution of any problem. Okay? Then it provides students with a greater access to the information, support, resources, flexible approaches to learning, collaborative learning, activities and opportunities for self-development so that they can get a result in high levels of structural environment. So these all are the characteristics of PBL. So next slide. So here we're going to watch this video that what is the different uses of PBL.
You remember what it was like in school. It was boring. You sat in class, memorized as much as you could, and tried to pass a test at the end. But is that good enough? These days, school can be more interesting and effective by focusing students on work that matters. This is project-based learning explained. Most adults live in a world of projects. Whether it's a job assignment, home improvement, or planning a wedding, we need to actively solve problems. But unfortunately, schoolwork looks more like this than this. Let's take a look at this project-based world. Meet Claire. She was recently presented with a challenge. Her company, SuperSuds, makes soap, and it was up to her to find the most earth-friendly way to produce it in the future. Her boss gave her a budget and a few requirements, and it was up to her to come up with a solution. She organized and managed a team who researched the options and created materials summarizing the issues. Claire's team asked for feedback and presented their findings to the boss. Claire came out of the project looking like a rock star, and she learned a lot about green products. If you look closely, Claire's success involved critical thinking, collaboration, and communication, things that aren't often taught in traditional classrooms. The world needs more Claires, so how do we get them? The answer is project-based learning, or PBL. By focusing students on a project, teachers put them on a path that deepens their knowledge and builds skills they'll need in the future. Here's what I mean. Mr. Simmons has always been a good science teacher, and his students do well on Friday's tests. Unfortunately, what they learned was gone by Saturday morning. That wasn't good enough for him. Soon he learned about project-based learning and decided to give it a shot. Mr. Simmons got the idea for his first project on microorganisms when nearly half of the students were suddenly absent with the flu. He asked his students why they thought so many of their classmates got sick at the same time. That lively discussion produced a lot of good questions and a list of things the kids wanted to know. Mr. Simmons then announced their project was to help elementary school kids understand how can we not get sick. After dividing the class into teams, he got them started on the project. It was up to the students to ask questions, research, collaborate, give each other feedback, and figure out the best ways to make their points clear to children. One team chose to make an educational video on the connection between hand washing and avoiding the flu. Another chose to create posters to show how viruses spread. The project team showed off their final work to an enthusiastic audience of parents and their children at a nearby elementary school. Sitting in the front row was our good friend and local rock star Claire, who saw a bit of herself in the students. It was clear that the project was a success for the students, the audience, and Mr. Simmons. His students practiced critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. The project wasn't about memorization, but learning in depth about viruses and how to prevent spreading disease, a lesson they will never forget. At the end of the presentation, Claire introduced herself to the students and told them that they were rock stars and that the world needs more people who can think like them. To learn more about project-based learning, go to BIE.org.
Okay. So, what you have observed in this video? Can anybody explain? Only this. Yes.
Good afternoon, all of you. The teacher has given the project to what are the causes that the student becomes sick, and the student itself involved in it, and they find out the solution why the children nowadays they got sick. And in that they had learned about the microorganisms. So this about the microorganisms they know by this. These are the advantages of the project.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else? Anybody? Okay. So yes, here we have already gone through this particular video. Here we observe that collaborations is very important. Problem solving skill is very important. So it is very important these days. Basically in this 21st century skills, we are lacking behind also. We try to give our best in the classes, but then also we are not getting the good result. Students are not performing well. 50%, 60% students are able to grab it, able to get a good result. But here, our focus is not only the 50% student and 60% student. As I a teachers, our motive should be 100%. So that we can keep whatever we try to teach in the class, each and every student able to grab it. That should be our main motive. So this is not only possible by the method that we are teaching, that is by taking a chalk, writing in the board and explaining the things and things. That is not possible these days. Because if you're going to try, you have already faced the problems and we all are facing. So we have to do something. If you're not going to do, then it will be a problem for us. Okay? So this is one of the methods by which we can, which we use in the classes, and by this way, what happens? Students are going to show interest whatever we try to give. So let's move to the next slide, that is components of PBL. Here some of the components like non-lecture format, teachers acting as a facilitator. This is a non-lecture format. We are using lecture method to explain the things. I'm not talking about all, okay. But sometimes, like as a language teacher, we try to explain the things by lecturing only. They used to listen it from one ear and then the next day they used to forget. So this is the problem. So PBL is a non-lecture format and teacher acting as a facilitator, not as a lecturer. Because only lecture is not enough these days. Presentation of real world situations or problems by ordinary life. It is very important to connect them with the real world situations. Okay? Group work and group discussion. Group work is also important and group discussion is also important. Because you know that the students are coming to the school to get education. What is the main purpose? To gain the knowledge, and surely they will be to work in any particular company, either government sector or either private sector. So this also teach them how to work in a group. This is the important thing. If we don't know, like we all are working in the school, sometimes we have to discuss at the time of examination with our parallel teachers and with the other teachers also. So it is also one of the technique by which we will able to understand that how to work with our co-members. Okay. Then students directed solution of the selected problems. The students will only going to find a solution of it, any particular problem. So these are the different components of PBL. Next slide please. Here there is a pyramid by which you are going to understand what is this actually. First we are going to start from lecture method. As you can see, it is visible to everybody, I think so. The top one, lecture, then reading, then audiovisual, then demonstration, then discussion, then practice doing, and then teachers teach others. So by this particular, you are able to understand. I think there is a problem in this video. So let's watch this, then we're going to understand it. Please. Capture your student attention with a real world problem. Why use PBL? Why use PBL method? Okay. As you can see, why use PBL method as audience not available, so I am explaining this. Communication skill, student collaboration and 21st century life skill. It is very important. Why to use PBL? So PBL should be used because to improve the communication skills, then student collaboration is very important, and as well as 21st century skills in these days, this all PBL method is very important. Okay. Student engagement is important. PBL for who? Students at risk, social study cases, classes. Now, here we come to know how to implement PBL. How to implement this process. Begin with the driving questions. The inquiry process. And then find a solution of it. So as you can see, begin with the driving question, find solution, inquiry process. So I am going to tell you the process. There is a 7 steps in PBL. Here, first of all, as a teacher, you have to give a problem to the students. Now, then, second process is inquiry process, and the third one is find a solution for it. The students will going to work on it, and they themselves going to find a solution of a particular problem. Okay? Let's see some examples. These are the different models prepared by students. 6th grade social study. It is a project related to social study. This particular project, 12th grade math class project. This is related to special education algebra project. So here we observe that this PBL method is not basically for a particular subject. We can use this particular PBL method in all subjects. Okay, I'm going to show you the different types of method also. So sir, please next slide. Yes. So this is a PBL cycle. This is the process how PBL method works. There is a 5 step in it. This is a cycle. There is a five stages in it. The steps, there are 7 steps. This is the stages. First one is define the problem. Second one is brainstorm solution. Pick a solution. Fourth one, implement the solution. And the final one, review the results. So let's discuss this PBL cycle one by one. Define the problem. As a facilitator, you have to give a particular topic to the student, or instead of topic you can say problem to the student. Now, what is the role of student in it? The students will define the problem. The problem given by you, the students will going to define the problem, that what is the actual problem. After it, they will going to find a brainstorm solution. They will going to discuss with their peer members, they will going to discuss with their group members, and by discussing, they will get several options, and after that, pick a solution. Because in a group, maybe 10 members, 5 members, so it is obvious that everybody is going to give different types of solutions. So it is not possible to opt a different solution or to opt everybody's solutions. So in this particular third stage, pick a solution. Coming together, they are going to find one solution for the problem. Okay? And by picking up the solution, in the fourth stage, they will going to implement that particular solution to solve out the problem. Okay? This is the fourth, implement the solution. And then by using that particular method, they are going to find the final result, conclusion. Okay? So these are the 5 stages of PBL cycle. Next slide, please. Okay. Now see, here, as I told you about the 7 stages in PBL. Okay. First one is clarify, then define, then analyze, then review, then identify learning objectives, self-study, and final one is to report. These are the 7 stages. So let's understand these particular stages one by one. First one is clarify. Okay, your participation is very important. Sir, Ravi sir, will you please read the first point?
Clarify. The students read through the problem, then identify and clarify any words or concepts that they do not understand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Clarify. The student read through the problem, then identify and clarify any words or concepts that they do not understand. First of all, the students are going to read through the problem. Problem given by teachers, the student will go through it. After going through it, they will identify and clarify is there any problem in a particular word, and then they try to find a solution for it. They try to understand it. Okay? Then next one. Okay, we are going to read the next one. Okay.
Students work together to define what they think the problem is.
Thank you, miss. Thank you. Define. The students work together to define what they think the problem is. Again, here, students will going to work together and they will going to define the problem, that what is the problem and how they will going to solve the problem. Okay? Then, next stage is to analyze. Okay. Samson.
Analyze. The students discuss the problem. At this stage, there is no shifting of ideas.
Yes. Thank you, Samson. Here, analyze. To analyze the problem. The student discuss the problem. At this stage, there is no shifting of ideas. Okay? As I told you earlier, that everybody's solution cannot be, we cannot take, or teachers cannot take to get the answer. So here, they have to analyze it after discussing the problem. They have to analyze it, and then they cannot shift the ideas. So once they choose the ideas that this is the fix, this is the solution, and with the help of solution, they have to clarify the answer. Okay. So this is analyze, third stage. Fourth stage, that is review. Okay, I am reading it. Students now try to arrange their ideas and explanations into tentative solutions. So now here what the students will going to do? The students will try to arrange their ideas. So they will going to gather different ideas, and they will going to arrange it, and they will going to act only one solution to solve the problem. Then, identify learning objectives. The group reaches a consensus on learning objectives. They are going to find the objective behind it. What is the problem and what is the objective behind it. Okay? Then, self-study. Students individually gather information towards the learning objectives and prepare to share their findings with the rest of the group. So students will individually gather the information here, and after gathering it, they are going to share their own ideas with the different members. Okay? In a group, there is a 5 members. They are going to gather the different information, ideas, and after it, they are going to share their ideas with each other. And then the final one, final stage, that is report. Students come together in their group. That we are going to do today. There is a teacher's activity. You have to do it. The students come together in their group and share their results. The facilitator check that the learning objectives have been made or not. So here teachers, students will come. Teachers as a facilitator will go through the different ideas, and teachers have to decide that whatever they have discussed, whatever they have got the answer, it is correct or not. So these are the 7 steps in PBL. So next slide please. Here, whatever I have explained you right now about the 7 steps, we are going to see in the form of video. Sir, please play.
Cbse is a YouTube channel for teachers that focuses on methods, learning theories, and the latest techniques for teachers. I am a teacher trainer and developer of project-based learning, interdisciplinary learning, and colored materials. You can click in the description box below for more information. In this video, I will discuss the 7 components of a typical project-based learning project. Rather than telling you what type of project to do, I would like to teach you how to approach project-based learning so that you can decide and use your creativity in planning a project. I train teachers in Spain, and in most schools they need to cover the textbook content. This is something that needs to be taken into consideration. I have created a system that allows teachers to do projects while using the textbook as a guide and a reference. It is a nice way to ease into project-based learning and start learning the techniques. The first of the 7 steps is defining the need to know. How will you connect your content to real life in the community? Classroom community, school community, local community, regional community, or global community? The next step is to create a driving question. It should be an open-ended question that will be answered through investigation and further inquiry. The question sets up the minds of the students for what is to come.
Open-ended question. Can anybody explain what is open-ended question? Okay, yes.
Open-ended question is basically a group looking through which you can get more answers.
Thank you, miss. Yes. Open-ended question means different types of answer. There is not only one answer. Okay?
The more control the teacher has over the project, the less inquiry and HOTS, higher order thinking skills, will be developed by the students. This means we want the students to be highly involved. The teacher acts as a well-trained guide. The third step is to come up with a plan to teach the content through a project where there is room for freedom in some of the choices. The amount of freedom is up to the teacher and also based on the level of the students. You can offer this freedom in the content, process, or product. The fourth step is to make sure you include 21st century skills. You want to make sure students are developing their minds, character, and skills, and not doing busy work. Once the project has been defined, you want to make sure it is completed in phases while learning the content material. Each time you start a new section of your content or textbook, relate it to the project by creating inquiry questions that promote further investigation and innovation. This is the 5th step of project-based learning. Show your students examples so they can see what is out there and ways to present their information. Do Do some research on different types of projects to get inspiration and ideas. The Genius Hour is just one. Look for community projects in real life and use those as inspiration as well. As I said before, you want to work on the projects in phases. This permits the teacher to set the students up for success by offering feedback and revision, which is the 6th step of PBL. The last step of PBL is making sure there is some kind of public presentation of the projects. It is not always about creating something new. It can be creating something useful to help others. Don't forget to integrate the arts whenever possible. Artists help raise awareness all of the time. They use something creative to make public statements. Poetry, books, short stories, art, drama, role plays, videos, documentaries, music, songs, dance, physical arts and sports, comics, murals, installations, exhibitions, and posters can all become part of project-based learning. Once you get the hang of project-based learning, you might want to try your hand at interdisciplinary projects. There'll be more about that in my next video.
Okay. So as you see that the 7th stage is very beautifully explained. Okay, there is one question that what are the different models that we can use in our classes to explain the things? Within any particular topic example you can explain it. Anybody? Yes, any topic, and what are the models that you can use it to explain?
Like for the lunar eclipse and for the solar eclipse, we are using like fog, globe, and mobile phone dolls we are using in the classroom. By that, when the shadow falls on the globe, shadow falls on the globe, then the student understand about the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse.
Thank you. So, to explain any particular topic with the help of different models is also come under PBL method. Anybody else? Sir? Manik sir?
Solar system, isn't it? So that can be also formed in the model form. With the balls we can make the we can give the names of the planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, like this. We can explain in short and terms like this.
Thank you. Next slide please. Okay. This particular topic is coming under child pedagogy. Okay. Group taxonomy. This is very important. So we'll try to understand this particular topic today because it is very important for us to understand this topic. Group taxonomy. Actually, group taxonomy, the first model is given by Samuel Taxum in 1956. Okay. So group taxonomy is a set of 3 hierarchical models used to classify educational learning objectives into level of complexity and specificity. The 3 lists cover the learning objectives in cognitive, affective and sensory domain. Here you can see this is group taxonomy model. Cognitive domain, affective domain and psychomotor domain. So here first one is cognitive domain. It is related to our mind. That means it is related to the student's mind. As a teacher, we have to understand the level of the students. The way we try to teach the students, they are able to grab it or not. As a teacher, we have to understand it, that whatever we are giving to the students, they are able to achieve it or not. Then, affective domain, it is related to the heart, feelings. We have to think about their feelings also. We we have to make them understand in such a way so that they not the words that we are using in our classes, we have to take care of it so that their feelings cannot be hurt. Next one is psychomotor. It is related to the physical movement of the body. Okay, yes. So these all things as a teachers we have to understand while we are teaching in the classes. Next slide please. So now next we are going to learn about the student role as well as the teacher's role. Here, first of all, we try to understand the student roles in PBL. Students have to assume a high degree of responsibility for their education through effective self-learning, working with others and setting relevant goals for themselves and the group as a whole. So here, students have to assume high degree of responsibility. That means the students have to take the responsibility to solve the problems. Student engagement is important. And for effective self-learning working, self-learning, they will going to learn the things by themselves only. Teachers will going to work as a facilitator. Okay, next one. Setting relevant goals for themselves and a group as a whole. So as a group, each and every member of the group has to work on it. It is not like that only in group. And teachers have to check all these things that they all students are working or in a group or not. Next one. Students be able to present demonstration of their learning achievements. Students should be ready to give a demonstration whatever they have discussed. Okay? Next one. Student must collaborate, expanding their active listening skills and requiring them to engage in intelligent focus and communications. So in a group, they have to work and they have to come to the final solutions. Okay? Next. Group members role. There will be a one leader of the group, and what are the group others members role? Active participation. This is very important. Everybody have to work in a group. Active listening. Whatever they are discussing, suppose any one group member is saying anything, so others have to listen it carefully. Asking questions. They have to raise a question among themselves. Okay? Then only they can find a solution to a particular problem. Then, answering. They have to answer the question also to come to the final solution. Giving informations. To whom? Giving informations? To the teachers or to the group members? Yes. Sharing the informations. Okay. And they have to come to a final solution to take the decision what will be the solutions of a particular problem that is given by our teachers. So these are the various group members' responsibility that they have to also participate in actively participate in a group discussion. Please next slide. So there is a one video. Here we are going to see that how they are engaging themselves in a particular problem, and each and every member engage themselves in finding a solution. Please, please.
So the impact of differentiation, the students feel successful. They feel supported. They know if something is difficult for them, there's something that's a little more in line with their strengths coming up soon. So it really makes education very fun and approachable, and I really think it's the most effective way that I have seen to teach.
The vision and the mission of Highland is to use innovative practice as a social catalyst. We want our kids to be able to do anything any other kid in the province would do.
We use differentiation all across the curriculum here at Highlander, and especially in the first grade. Although the content is the same, having the stations really allows me to tailor my lessons to each individual group of learners. So how the differentiation looks in my classroom, we start off with the whole group lesson. So let's get our group classes on. section of our curriculum, we have been looking at non-fiction texts. When we're looking at our book today, we're going to be thinking about where we can get information. And then in the phonics realm, we focused on contractions. We're taking two words, so what are we sticking them together with? Apostrophe. Yes, Karen. And then we break off into our small groups. So our yellow group is still learning how to do a lot of our literacy things. The green group is doing pretty well, has a few things to work on still. And our blue group is hitting all the first grade standards and needs to be stretched. So our differentiation kind of takes two parts. The first is by student grouping, and the second is by modality. We have 20 minutes per station, and there are 3 stations. The students will rotate through all 3 stations each day.
So our first station for the blue group is the computer station.
The students use a Google form to check in. They'll normally watch a video or carefully observe a photograph and answer some questions about that.
We watched a video about how to grow a seed. We had to type in our favorite part and why.
After they finish that form, they can check out a ebook.
And then you come to this game of reading called Teacher Must Have Read.
We're delivering things in a way that is visual, that is auditory, that is individual to the students through the technology.
After that, she did clean out.
Clean up, switch out first grade readers.
We switched to the sort station.
Our sort station is more of a physical modality. They're using their bodies, which is so important for first graders. They need to. Kids are cutting out the words and gluing them down.
We had contraction games. It's fun because it's all mixed up and you have to find the right pieces. And then after we do that, we do rainbow writing.
That's another way that we differentiate. If students are able to get through more work, then they have some freedom of choice. Let's switch up. The last station, we're talking to each other and learning from each other. So that's more of the social interaction type of modality.
I like the teacher station because we get to be on the calendar and we get to learn new stuff.
So take a look at the illustrations on this page. Now, the content is the same, but it can be differentiated in a number of ways. My blue group, for example, they know what text is. They know what illustrations are. And so for them, I created that diagram.
You need to make one circle like this, and then you make another circle over that.
Oh, for the yellow or the green group, I'm just leaving the Venn diagram out of it. We're still doing essentially the same thing, but just that piece that might be confusing to some of those students, I just leave that out for a later time. They'll get to it. All right, so clean up and meet me in the middle of the road for writing. Nice work, first grade.
Being able to move through those stations, it's just another level of helping the students learn as much as they can each year. They really feel excited when they make that growth.
They're proud of themselves. They feel like they're effective learners. As a teacher, honestly, it is a lot of work, but the results that you see and the happy faces of the kids and the good feeling that you have in the classroom is worth it.
Okay. The teachers, so what you have observed from this particular video? What is the role of teachers here and how the students work together? Sir, would you like to say? Ravindra sir? Anybody? What you have observed? Yes.
This idea of the such a crowd day by day we have to work with them. And one more question. Why we select only the classes of foreign countries, like Egypt, philosophy, or available?
Yes, sir. Same question.
Good afternoon. The question which was asked by the minister, actually, sir, the education that they are practicing, their role, their modeling of education is quite complementary. The reason is the class size is small, where we are landing here in the third world group country, where we are having a massive crowd, 60, 50 students are starting here in a class. So that's not pretty fit for the thing that you have just said. The countries like America, they practice. The countries like Belgium, they practice. Because they are having a small micro class teaching is there. No, actually it is not easy to adopt. Irrespective of all the things that you look onto it, we can, but the result or output that you are expecting is somewhere questionable, is a doubt. We can see.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. Yes, it is very right that it is not very easy to adapt it, but once in a week, by making a small group, we can use it. And yes, I know in a class of 50, 60 students it is not possible. But anyhow, we have to do something. By making a group, once in a week we can do it. And regarding the video, I will show you one video. I have downloaded it. It is from India only. That how a likewise teacher used to teach the student in a very smart way. So you will get it when okay, please. Yes, you all are talking about the difficulties. So here is the slide. Common difficulties in visual group. Surely we have to face the difficulties. First one, see here, this one. Time. Yes, time. It is not very easy to use this particular method in a very short period of time. For this we need planning. Okay. Then, second one. Can anybody tell? Guess it, what it is? Yes, confused. Fourth one, third one is? Yes. And the last one, this is the, again it is here will be a problem that in a group, everybody's ideas may be not shared. So these are the common difficulties in PBL. Here, now comparison of teaching method. Again we come to the lecture method. First one, role of teacher. Second one is role of student. So as a teacher, what is our motive? That whatever we used to teach the student, they are able to understand it. If they are not able to understand, that means whatever useless, whatever we have given to the students. Giving lecture 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, but result 0. So then what is the use of teaching? Okay, so see here. Teacher will going to work here as an expert. As an expert. Okay? Direct thinking, hold knowledge, evaluate the students. Whatever we know, we used to give to the students. Surely we used to give to the student, and then what is the result? Here the result as a receiver. Who is the receiver? Student is the receiver. So what is the result? Inactive, empty, nothing, useless. So here this is the comparison of the teaching method. Next slide please. Dhananjay sir, this one.
Good morning, class. How are you all today? Is the weather pleasant outside? Are you all feeling fresh? Alright. So I'm going to tell you a story today. It's a very nice story, a very interesting story, which I will tell you through puppets. Have you seen a puppet show?
The help of puppets.
Do you know what puppets look like? I have made some hand puppets and I'm going to tell you the story of a little bird called Kolhu. This is Kolhu. Kolhu the owl. Alright. Do you see anything missing on his face? Is there anything missing on his face? Yes? What is missing? An ear is missing. Kolhu has just one ear. He has
not get it back. Kolu was very sad. Can you just hold Kolu, please? Kolu was very sad. Then Jadu said, don't worry Kolu, I've got something for you. I will do some magic with my magic wand. You see the magic wand? So Jadu held the magic wand in his hands. Okay? And he went to Kolu and he did some magic. Abracadabra. He chanted a mantra, touched Kolu's ear, and he said, now that one ear has become very powerful and you will be able to hear everything now. You will have no problem listening to people. I cannot get your ear for you, but you will listen with one ear, and this one ear will be the most powerful ear. Okay, Kolu was very happy because with one ear now, he could listen to anyone. He could hear anything. His ears had become very, very powerful. Can you just progress? Thank you. Okay, so this was the story of Kolu. How his ear became very, very powerful. Alright, and one more thing that Kolu asked Jadu. Jadu, you know magic. Can you tell me what happened to my ear? What really happened to my ear? Then Jadu said, yes, I know what happened to your ear. You know what happened to his ear? Can you guess? Inside the stomach of the mouse. And Jadu told him that the ear was eaten away by the mouse. The mouse had eaten away Kolu's ear. Alright, can you hold this mouse in your hands, please? And here is one for you. So the mouse had eaten away Kolu's ear. Here is a little poem that I have got for you. We will be repeating this poem out here in class. Just pass this in the back, please. Alright, you can ask him in the back. The title of the poem is Mice, Mice Everywhere. Let me say one line and then you repeat after me, alright? And once you have learned it, you can say it on your own. Mice, mice everywhere.
Mice, mice everywhere.
On the table and under the chair.
On the table and under the chair.
One jumped over my head. Mice, mice at 2:30. Sitting in my shoe. Mice, mice inside the room. Sleeping on a broom. Mice, mice running along. My garden wall. Mice, mice, oh why don't you go to Bengaluru? Did you enjoy this poem? Yes. Okay. Can you tell me the places where the mice went to? Can you just repeat those places? Okay. On the table and okay. Other places? Could you tell me? The mice sitting in the shoe. Alright, yes. Very good. Inside the room and sleeping on the broom. Yes. One jumped over my head. Over my head. Very good. Yes. Right. Mice running along. Running along where? Where was the one? On the garden wall. Yes. Go to another room. Very good. Let's. Okay. All these words that tell you about the position where the mice went to. Okay, can you repeat those words? So one was on, under, over, at, inside, to, here? Inside? Between? Okay. So what kind of words are these? These are all position words. There's another name for position words. These words are also called prepositions. Yes. We also call these position words prepositions. So what did you learn today? We learned about position words. Shall we just repeat the words once again? On, under, over, at, in. What do we call these words? These are position words. Position words. So what did we learn today? We learned some position words. Okay, where is Jadu right now? Jadu is on the table. Okay, where is Jadu right now? Under the table. Okay, now where is Jadu? On my head. Where is Jadu now? On his shoulder. Okay, and now where is Jadu sitting now? Between Anam and Mayam. So we learned about position words today. Alright? Position words, we also call them prepositions.
That was an interesting class by Ghazala, who was using story as a strategy, puppet to teach grammar activities, not in a formal way. What went into planning? Because you used, as I mentioned, just storytelling as a strategy, puppets, activities, interactions, and of course these kind of worksheets. What went into the thinking and the plan?
Mr. Leganathan's most important mistake that was like this. Tell them they forget, show them they remember, involve them they understand. So it's very important for us educators today to keep the students involved in the classroom as much as possible. Because there's really not the time when students stay with their own work in class. The classes have to be as interactive as possible. Try to work up not just on the 4 basic skills in English that we generally work on, whether listening, speaking, reading, and writing. We also have to focus on the thinking skills. And for that, it is important for us as teachers to involve them as much as we can. That is the reason I use puppets in class. Because the visual impact that the student has is a very strong part. So it was important for me to involve the students in storytelling through puppets, try to get their ideas, elicit as much of response from the students as possible through the medium of puppet show storytelling. So that means it was more interactive and definitely I think the students did.
That's the point. The teachers to understand. You need not define what the preposition is what it does. You need to open the story, then you give them the worksheets and you make children respond. When I was observing, I noticed a lot of whole class activity coming up. Everyone was repeating. So, how it helps the children to internalize the definition which of course you said earlier.
Mr. Leganathan, the definitions will not have any relevance unless and until the student applies it in real life situations. That is very important. We have to make them as clear as possible and see there are two kinds of thinkers. One is a divergent thinker, one is a convergent thinker. It is important for students to become divergent thinkers so that they can be more creative. So coming to the specific from general is very important. So that is the reason I started off with the story, and it was only in the end that I focused on the definition. Because if I had started off with the definition, they would not understand it.
So the message is do not teach
we also need to focus on how we teach the strategies, not merely on what we teach in class. So we need to have a focus on how we teach. So because of that focus on how I was teaching in class, I try to recapitulate whatever I did today in the class, I recapitulated it in the end so that the students could internalize the concept and go back home in the session.
That's the point. Thank you very much. I think our teachers will carry this message and this kind of spirit into the class. Thank you.
Interesting. No? Okay. So now my one question. You want it? Okay, I will send you the link, sir. You want to?
I want to see this type of videos in all the
Seminars. Sir, I have searched lots of video, but I'm very sorry I'm not getting any video related to Indian culture, but once I have searched it and I find it and I told you. Okay, so next time, if I get the opportunity to take as a resource person, I will add some Indian videos. Okay, thank you. So here, as you see, that definition will not work. As a language teacher, wherever you used to go, wherever you used to teach the grammar classes, only giving the definition, starting with the definitions. What is sentence? A group of words which give a complete sense and meaning is called sentence. Where to use the different type of sentence is important rather than definitions. Whatever we have heard here. You see, here this teacher how smartly here all the section of English, like reading is also started with the poem, then grammar, as well as how to use it, all things she has discussed here. So this is one of the form by which you can teach the student. I know it is impossible, but there is a way to make it possible. We have to initiate it. Okay? So next slide please. Okay. Now the turn is yours. Now you all are very much free. So I request all the subject teachers to come together and prepare a particular topic. But you have to teach here only 5-minute time for each group or for each particular subject teachers, respective groups. Okay. So teach any particular topic in the form of PBL, not by lecture method. Thank you. I'm giving you right now, it is 3:50. So I'm giving 30-minute time to all of you. Please discuss and then we'll continue with the teacher activity. Thank you, teachers. So I request all the subject teachers, please come together and start it. As soon as possible, as you will going to be doing it, then I will take a can finish it. As per your wish. Later, just to introduce the group, and everybody is participating. Yes. Please. So next group. Next group, Hindi group, okay.
नया करते हैं क्या? आप लोग पर्यायवाची सब जानते हो? चलिए आज हम लोग पर्यायवाची शब्द पढ़ेंगे। क्या होता है, कोई जानते हैं पर्यायवाची शब्द क्या होता है? चलिए आज हम पर्यायवाची शब्द पढ़ेंगे। सबसे पहले मुझे बताइए इस बॉटल में क्या है? पानी। वेरी गुड। पानी को और क्या क्या बोलते हैं? जल और नीर। तो ये हुआ पानी का पर्यायवाची शब्द, अर्थात एक चीज के अनेक नाम। इसे हम समानार्थी शब्दों के नाम से भी जानते हैं। समझ गए बच्चों? चलिए तो अब मैं आप सबसे एक एक पर्यायवाची शब्द पूछूंगी जिसका आप अलग अलग नाम जानते हैं तो बताएंगे। मेरी मैडम आप बताइए, महिला को किन किन नामों से जाना जाता है?
महिला को स्त्री, सही है क्या? और औरत और मिस, और कुछ बोलते हैं क्या, आप बता सकते हैं? थैंक यू मिस।
इसे नारी के नाम से भी जानते हैं। चलिए सिस्टर आप बताओ, आँख को क्या बोलते हैं? किन किन नामों से जानते हैं आँख को?
तो चक्षु बोलते हैं। इधर दो आंखें हैं, मेरी दो आंखें हैं। फिर बोलते हैं नयन और नेत्र। आप बता सकते हैं मिस और एक? थैंक यू मिस।
कंचन मैडम आप बताइए, हाथ को और किन किन नामों से जानते हैं?
इस हमको तो मालूम है कि ये तो हाथी कहा जाता है, ये तो हाथी है, हमको कुछ नहीं
हस्त, वेरी गुड। और कर, वेरी गुड। हस्त और कर, ये हमारे हाथ है जिनसे हम सारा दिन काम करते हैं, और इसका पर्यायवाची नाम तो आपको आना था।
ठीक है मिस, हमको तो सब कुछ समझ में आ गया।
मैंने क्या क्या बोला? हाथ का पर्यायवाची शब्द आप बताओ।
पहला शब्द है कर, कर। दूसरा शब्द है हस्त, दक्षा, आधा, पूरा नहीं मिस, आधा। उसके बाद तो पूरा हस्त। सही बोले मिस?
वेरी गुड। मनोज सर आप बताइए, कलम जिससे आप सारा दिन लिखते हो, उसे और किन किन नामों से जानते हैं?
कलम नहीं पता इसको बोलते हैं। तो अंग्रेजी शब्द किया। और क्या होता है मिस?
इसे खड़का, खड़का भी कहा जाता है। आपने कभी सुना था खड़का? आज हमने नया शब्द सीखा। कलम को लेखनी और खड़का के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। खल्ली। सुनीता मैडम आप बताइए, किताब जो आप प्रतिदिन बच्चों से पढ़वाती हैं और स्वयं भी पढ़ती है, उसे और किन किन नामों से जाना जाता है?
मुझे तो सिर्फ एक ही पता है, पोती। पोती, मुझे पता है पोती। और क्या होता है मिस?
मिस पोती नहीं होता है, पोथी।
अच्छा पोथी, अब मुझे समझ में आ गया।
और एक नाम पुस्तक। वेरी गुड।
Thank you. Please clap for Hindi group. Now math group. Good afternoon everyone. Today I am here to teach about the Indian number system.
the Indian number systems, we place the digits on our right side. Manoj, can you add this number in according to Indian number system? Please. इंडियन नंबर सिस्टम के अनुसार आप उसको अरेंज कर सकते हैं क्या? क्या हुआ? आप सही से कर नहीं, आप सही कर बताइए। Please don't say anything. No, please don't say anything. Sanjay Miss, please. Sanjay Miss, आप इसको सही तरीका से अरेंज कर दीजिए अकॉर्डिंग टू इंडियन नंबर सिस्टम। Correct, not in order, it is order. Yes, now it is okay. So listen, actually,
मुझे मैथ्स भी आता है।
Actually, in the Indian number systems, always we place the number from the right side. So now I just going to categorize these numbers in the period wise. Ones, tens, hundred, come the ones period. Ones, tens, hundred, please give ya. So this is the ones period. Ones period consists of three places. Ones, tens, and hundred. I repeat, the ones period consists three places. That is ones, tens, and hundred. Now next group, that is 1000 and 10,000. This is that 1000 periods. This 1000 period consists of three places, two places. That is 10,000. Next, this place also consists actually this period name this period consists also two places, that is lakhs and 10 lakhs. Last one, that is crore periods. This also consists two places, that is crore and 10. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, science group ready? Science group.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. As we know that during rainy season, we see that after the raining, then opposite to the direction of the sun, suddenly when the sun rises, opposite to the direction of the sun, suddenly we see one of the band of the seven colors. Do you know that is the incident of light? Yes, rainbow. In the physics, this incident is the dispersion of light. That is, when the white light passes through a glass prism, then its dispersion is to create 7 different colors. So we can prove inside the glass also here, and you will have to identify the bands of the colors here. So here one of the glass prism, then the rays of light, when the glass prism, when the white light passes through this glass prism, then it's dispersed to 7 different colors. This is one of the band of the 7 colors. This is known as the vibrio. So you can guess the bands of this color. In some above right. Yes. And basically this is the vibrio. In the down, that is the violet. After that, indigo. After that, blue. Sorry, green. Vibrio. Green. After that, vibrio. Violet, indigo, blue. Okay. Green, yellow, orange, and red. These all are the 7 colors. This is the band of the colors, 7 colors. This is known as the spectrum. So this phenomenon always naturally takes place after the raining, and we can see this is the form of the rainbow. So thank you. This is our experiment. One more experiment I'll do. This phenomenon is known as the dispersion of light. Yes.
Everywhere you have seen, sometimes we used to play with the paper and we make the hole and try to see the object. In every places, is it possible where always it is straight we can see, but when we fold it, are you able to see? What is the reason why we are not able to see? Why light is not passing? That property is known as rectilinear propagation of light, and that is the for only that property we see shadows also and eclipse also. Okay, thank you all. Thank you.
Science is one of the very interesting subjects. So a little bit for the instrument we can put here inside without any instrument or any device. As you know, everyone, there is a law in physics in class 9 also, that is the Newton's third law of motion. Everyone knows that. So we can prove inside a hall also. At first, how the physics and science is important for us, we can understand that. First, you free everyone, your hands and legs, everyone. We can prove here the Newton's third law of motion. Everyone, please. First, you free your hands and legs, everyone. Free, as in the form of the yoga. First, free your hands and legs, everyone, please. Don't you touch your feet with the ground. And have you freed it? And now you try to lift up from the chair. Basically, this is the Newton's third law of motion. Unless we pull this ground, otherwise we can't lift us. That is the Newton's third law of motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Next group, SSC.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, dear students. As you know that I have already distributed the puzzle slips to you, and other students have to guess. Okay, they will be reading the puzzles and you have to guess one by one. So please, first head.
I am the head of the solar system. I can do it very light.
I am the first planet in respect of distance from the sun.
I am the second planet of the solar system. Can you guess my name? Are you know the another name of planets? Morning star and thank you.
I am the third planet of the system. Can you guess me? Yes, thank you.
Okay, I am the fourth planet of the solar system. Can you guess? Any other name of the Mars?
I am the fifth planet of the solar system and I am the largest. Can you guess? Yes. I am the sixth planet of the solar system. Is who am I? And I am the second largest planet. I am the seventh planet of the solar system. Who am I?
I am the last planet of the solar system, eighth planet of the solar system. Who am I?
Pluto is not a planet. Pluto
is already removed.
It is one planet. It is no more counted as a planet. Okay, it is a dwarf planet. So, from this play activity, how we can memorize the 8 planets name. There is a small trick. My very efficient mother just served us noodles. And M for Mercury, V for Venus, my for Mercury, very for Venus, efficient for Earth, mother for Mars, just for Jupiter, serve for Saturn, us for Uranus, and noodles for Neptune. So students, you will repeat after me once. My very efficient mother just serve us noodles. So likewise, you can remember the names of the 8 planets. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So all the groups present themselves in a very smart way, and this is very interesting. So in this way, not all the day, but once in a week, if you are going to teach the student, surely they will gain. Okay. So now let's move to the next slide, that is comparison of teaching method. Problem-based learning. Here, the role of teacher. Here, teacher role is as a coach. Present problematic the situation, models coaches and weights. Engaging process as a co-investigator and assess learning. So here teachers will only work as a facilitator. As you have seen many of the videos, teachers involve themselves, but teachers is not teaching by lecture method. Teacher work is to guide them how to solve the problem. And time to time, teachers also have to check whether all the students are engaging themselves. Because participation, everybody's participation is very important. This is the main thing in problem-based learning. Role of student. Now what is the role of student here? As a participant, actively grapples with the complexity of the situations. You have to understand the situations, and the particular group means as a whole, they have to find a find a solution for the problems. Investigate and resolve the problem from the inside. They have to work together and they have to find the solution themselves. Next slide, please. Now here some of the uses of PBL, project-based learning. To acquire subject matter knowledge. Second, motivate learners to learn, help learners with retentions. So, the use of PBL is to motivate students how to learn the things from inside, so that they can remember all the things throughout of their life. And by learning the theories, they can use it in applications. Then, develop student thinking skill. Thinking skill is very important. To develop thinking skills, students have to think about. Okay, can you tell me about the 3 C's? Anybody know about 3 C's model? 3 C's, who from? Yes, sir. Okay, you can say, no problem.
Okay. Compare. Collaboration.
Almost okay, but it is like that: curiosity, commitment, and competitiveness. Okay, so this is very important. Next one, almost same manager sir. Next one, developing students' key skills relevant to employment, such as interpersonal communication skills. Communication skill is very important, because if there will be no communication, how they are able to share the problems, how to share the information. So communication play a very vital role. Fostering professional competencies and confidence together with professional identity. Linking theory and practice. They have to link the theory and they have to practice on it. So these are the different uses of PBL. Next slide. Advantages of PBL. See, deeper engagement and interaction with learning content. Encouragement of high order thinking and problem solving skill. Problem solving skill is very important. Each and every student have to think about how to solve a particular problem. Development of peer and professional networks. Peer and professional networks means they have to work together, and then by working together they have to come to a conclusion. Fostering 21st century skill like collaboration and communications. Once again the same word, collaboration and communication. As you all work together in a group and you have performed well here, the same way the students also have to work together and they have to come to the final solution. Gaining valuable career insight. This learning method help in developing lifelong learning skill. Lifelong learning skill. They will not going to forget the things whatever they have learned with this type of things, and surely it will help them. Next one. It helps in developing flexible knowledge that can be applied to a different context. Flexible knowledge. They will going to learn the things through different methods, not only one method. It is a student-centered method in which teachers have to teach themselves as per the level of the students. Okay? So these are the different advantages of PBL. But there is a disadvantage of PBL also. Yes, go to the next slide. Here are some of the disadvantages of PBL. It is very difficult and expensive. It is very difficult and expensive to use as a teaching technique when the class size is large. Yes, you are right. So these are the difficulties. Okay. Students require orientation to perform the role of a learner in PBL setting. As you know that students are not very aware about this whole method. They are not accustomed with all these things. So it will take time to understand how to work in a PBL model and how to learn the things in PBL method. Okay. Resource expensive. Obviously, staff and students may be initially uncomfortable with PBL because they are used to subject-based learning and they do not really understand how to proceed in PBL. The way they are these days, the way we used to teach them, they are habitual of all these things. So it will at first, if you are going to start all these practices, they are going to face problems. But it is not like that. They not able to achieve anything. Slowly, step by step, they are able to achieve all the things. Okay. Next one. Measurement of learning outcome is difficult. Yes, it is sometimes difficult because everybody's solution is not same. So it is sometimes difficult to assess it. So these are the few disadvantages of PBL. Next slide, please. So here, okay, before conclusion, I would like to share with you one video. My daughter has prepared how to use, with the help of ice cream sticks, how a particular student or a group of students can learn the different shapes. So Abhishek, please play it, then we will come to the conclusion point. Let's come to the conclusion. Project-based learning is way for students to expand their knowledge than just a traditional paper and pencil test. It is correct or not? You please tell me. It is helpful or not? Next, this method does not discriminate against any resource or tool because it is about the student scaffolding. You can create really flexible lessons with project-based learning. It is a flexible method by which students can learn the things with a different method, by the use of different method and different tools. Promote social interaction which motivates students definitely, and it allows students to think critically. So these are the conclusions of PBL method. So I hope so. We'll try it. Not all the days, but we can take the steps. So that's all for me. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, for very beautiful presentation, and we teachers learned a lot today. And on the behalf of all the teachers, I thank you very much for this occasion. And once again, the videos played and all the things you have shown and all the activities you gave us chance to participate. It was really amazing, and thank you very much once again.